Hey Mallards, it's Wednesday, and I can't say that I did very much exciting with my day. Megan's crew played their game, I had therapy, and then I just sort of relaxed. Watched a couple episodes of Black Lightning while I did the dishes, and then watched an episode of Sabrina with Meg and Amanda, and now I'm gonna go to bed. I've been having a pretty nice week though. Work has become a little less stressful in that I've been able to put in the hours to get ahead of things. Well, not ahead. I'm not ahead, and I'm also not caught up. I'm just like, I put in enough hours to get on the gaining ground side. Like I'm taking like 2 steps forward now and 1 step back instead of like 3 steps back, which is where I was at a few weeks ago. So like I'm slowly gaining ground, and I'm hoping I can keep that up. And if I can keep that up, then eventually I will like hit the plateau where I'm like on an even keel and everything is smooth. So keep your fingers crossed for me that I can make it there, and that also we don't have turnover in our office again, because training new people, which I'm perfectly willing and happy to do, does eat into my gaining ground time, and it's just unfortunate. Other than that, I have been wasting my time on iPhone apps. I just finished The Room 3 and The Room Original Sins. If you like escape style games or escape rooms in general, I cannot recommend The Room games enough. They are paid apps, so you are gonna shell out some money for those, but they're so good. They're visually stunning. The puzzles are challenging but not impossible, because sometimes I run into that issue with iPhone games where the puzzles don't make any sense. There's no logic to follow, and I find that very frustrating. But these puzzles are a lot more straightforward. Their hint system is really good. And the thing that I like about it is that it's really set in physical space. And there's a lot of taking something from here and moving over to there where you were before to like add it and move it and change it. Rather than a lot of the iPhone games where it's just like, all right, I'm here and now I've moved here and now I moved here and now I moved here, and there's no backtracking, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I much prefer this more dynamic gameplay where I'm moving very much from section to section, and also where they make it pretty clear when you're done with a certain area, especially in Original Sin, which maybe is my favorite of them so far. I really like The Room 2 as well, but I think that Original Sins might be my favorite so far. It's really, really good. So I really like those. I like escape games in general. The other one that I am also obsessed with is Everything by Rusty Lake, but their main set of games, which are free, are called Cube Escape, and then they have these paid, like longer, more in-depth Rusty Lake games. And I would also highly recommend those. They're a little bit... So both sets of these are kind of creepy, but like creepy in different ways. So The Room has this element called Null, which creates sort of, I would say, tentacle monsters that are coming for you, you know, sort of Lovecraftian kind of feel. And so there's a lot of like darkness and kind of eeriness to those, but not necessarily like things jumping out at you or anything like that, versus the Rusty Lake games are a little bit grosser, despite the fact that they're not as realistically done. So they're very much like 2D cartoonish, but they've got some more gross elements, and then it's just disturbing on a different level. I'm not sure how to necessarily describe it, but they're both incredibly high quality escape games, and I start them and just have to keep going until I finish. Like, I find myself being like, I gotta go, gotta do the next bit, gotta do the next bit, gotta figure out what happens next. How does this work? But now I'm caught up on everything that both of those companies have released, so I'm looking for new escape style games. I have been recommended Da Vinci, the Da Vinci House, I think it is. So I've downloaded that light version, the unpaid one to start, and I'll see if I like it. Someone also recommended Alleys. I played that for maybe 10 minutes a day and decided it was not for me. But I look forward to solving whatever puzzle comes next. Let me know if you do any escape the room apps. Please comment about it, because I'm always on the hunt for more of those. Everybody needs a way to waste their time. I'll see you tomorrow.